Hello friends, today we're going to talk about writing inequalities from word problems and then graphing those inequalities. As a reminder, these are some inequality phrases and the symbol that represents them. All right, Hilaria works 2 part-time jobs in order to earn enough money to meet her obligations of at least $240 a week. Her job in food service pays $10 an hour, and her tutoring job on campus pays $15 an hour. How many hours does Hilaria need to work at each job to earn at least $240? So they're saying let X be the number of hours she works at the job in food service, and she makes $10 per hour for food service, so that would be 10x. Let Y be the number of hours she works tutoring. She makes $15 an hour tutoring, so plus 15y. And she needs to make at least $240,000. So at least here, we can see is greater than or equal to. I think I said 240,000. I meant $240. All right, in order to graph this, we're going to need to get Y by itself. So I'm going to take 10x from both sides. And we're left with 15y greater than or equal to negative 10x plus 240. And then divide by 15. Make sure you're dividing everything by 15. We get y greater than or equal to. Negative 10 divided by negative 15 is the same as negative 2/3. X. Remember in the calculator, we would just put negative 10 divided by negative 15 and then math, enter, enter. It'll tell us that's negative 2/3. And then 240 divided by 15 is 16. So our y-intercept where we're starting here is 16. And our slope is negative 2/3. So we'll start at 16. Slope is negative 2/3, so I'm going to go down 2. Over 1, 2, 3. I'm going to do that a couple times. Just so I can kind of get an accurate sense of how the line is supposed to look. It is greater than or equal to, so it's going to be a solid line that we're going to draw through those. And because it is greater than, we are going to shade above. So that means we can pick any point in that shaded region, and she would make more than $240 per week. For instance, if I chose this point at 20, 10, that would mean she could work 20 hours per week at the food service job and 10 hours per week tutoring, and she would make more than $240. If I chose this point right here, 15, 15, she could work 15 hours at both jobs per week and still make at least $240. So anywhere in that shaded region is a combination of hours she could work at that job, at each job. Hugh works 2 part-time jobs, one at a grocery store that pays $10 per hour. The other is babysitting for $13 per hour. Between the 2 jobs, he wants to earn at least $260 per week. How many hours does he need to work at each job to earn that? So X is the number of hours at the grocery store. So we'll say 10X. Y is the number of hours babysitting, so 13Y. And it's at least, again, 260. So there's our inequality. Now we need to solve it. So take 10x from both sides. And we get 13y greater than or equal to negative 10x plus 260. And then dividing everything by 13. We get y greater than or equal to Negative 10 over 13 does not simplify, so we'll just keep it as negative 10/13 plus 20. Our y-intercept here is 20, so that's where we're going to start. Our slope is negative 10/13, so I need to go down 10 and over 13. And I'm going to do that one more time, down 10 and over 13. There's my 3 points I'm going to use. It's greater than or equal to, so we can use a solid line. And because it is greater than, that means we're going to shade above the line. So again, Hugh could pick anywhere in this shaded region, and it would let him know how many hours he needs to work at each job. Any point in the entire shaded region. This point, 20, 10, means he would have to work 20 hours at the grocery store and 10 hours babysitting. One more. Veronica works 2 part-time jobs in order to earn enough money to meet her obligations of at least $280 per week. So at least $280. Her job at the day spa pays $10 an hour, and her administrative assistant job on campus pays $17.50 per hour. How many hours does she need to work at each job to earn at least $280? So X is the number of hours at the day spa, 10X. Y is the number of hours as administrative assistant, so 1750Y. There's our inequality. Now we need to solve for Y. So I'll take 10X from both sides. 1750Y greater than or equal to negative 10X plus 280. And then divide everything by 1750. We end up with Y greater than or equal to, we'll just leave it as negative 10 over 1750, X plus 16. So our y-intercept is 16. Our slope is negative 10 over 1750. So I'm going to go down 10 and over 1750. Well, I'm starting at 16, so going down 10, I'll be at 6, and then all the way over to 1750. We'll be right about there. And I'm going to do that one more time. If I go down 10, I'll be at negative 4. Oh, it's not going to quite let me go all the way over 1750 more. So I guess these will be the 2 points that I'm using. It's greater than or equal to, so we're going to have a solid line. And again, because it's greater than, we're going to be shading above that line. So Veronica could pick any point in that shaded region. Let's say this point right there, 30, 5. That would mean she could work 30 hours at the day spa and 5 hours as administrative assistant, and that would get her to her $280 per week. Let's say she chose this point here, 0, 20. That would mean she could work 0 hours at the day spa and 20 hours as an administrative assistant and still make her $280. All right, friends, have a nice day.